Hi, I hope you all will be fine. Our today topic is transport. So in this video I will discuss the transport and plants. The living organisms always require certain material for their dash. Our options are chemical reaction, digestion and metabolic process. So the living organisms always require certain material for their metabolic process. The right option is C. Dash is the movement of molecules into and out of the body or cell of organism. Metabolism, catabolism or transport. So dash is the movement of molecules into and out of the body or cells of organisms or transport. The right option is transport. It is the definition of transport. In unicellular, there is dash organ for transport, specific, no specific, or none. So in unicellular, there is no specific organs for transport. So the right option is B. Dash have specific organ system for transport. Unicellular, multicellular, or less complex multicellular. So the right option is B. Multicellular have specific organ system for transport, while a unicellular or less complex multicellular doesn't have a specific organs for transport. In unicellular, the transport is occurred by dash. Diffusion, osmosis are both. So in unicellular, the transport is occurred by diffusion and osmosis. So the right option is both. Every dish needs to get food and remove waste, cell, organs, or tissue. So the right option is A. Every cell needs to get food and remove waste. In plants, dish is transferred from root to shoot, water, salt, or both. So in plants, water and salt are transferred from root to shoot. The right option is B. Water and salt are transported by dash. Phloem tissue, xylem tissue, or none. So water and salt are transported by xylem tissue. The right option is B. Dash are transport from leaves to all plants body. Food, water. So food are transport from leaves to all plants body, while water are transported from roots to all plant bodies. Food are transported by dash tissue in plants. Xylem, phloem. So food are transported by phloem tissue in plants. The right option is B. Water enter into plants roots through dash. So water enter into plant tissue through diffusion, active transport, or osmosis. So the right option is osmosis. Water into plant body through osmosis. The outer covering of root cells are called dash, epidermis, cortex, or endodermis. So the right option is epidermis. The outer covering of roots called epidermis. Epidermis have thin hair-like structure called dash. So epidermis have thin hairs-like structure called root hairs. The root hair have dash concentration of salt as compared to surrounding soil water. So the root have dash concentration lower, higher, or same. So the root hair have always have higher concentration of salt as compared to surrounding soil water. So the right option is B. Higher concentration of salt. The root hair takes salt by dash. Active transport, diffusion, passive transport. So the root hair takes salt by active transport. The right option is A. Active transport. Due to high salt concentration, water moves by dash. Due to high salt concentration in the root hair, water moves by passive transport. The right option is C. Dash is present just below the epidermis and plant roots. Epidermis, cortex, or endodermis. So the right option is cortex. Cortex is present just below the epidermis and plant roots. The innermost boundary of the cortex is called dash. Epidermis, cortex, or endodermis. So the innermost boundary of the cortex is called endodermis. The right option is. From roots, water moves to a narrow cell called dash. A free cycle, a vascular tissue. So from roots, water move to a narrow cell called free cycle. The right option is A. From free cycle, water and salt enter into vascular tissue or phloem. So from free cycle, water and salt enter into a vascular tissue. Vascular tissues are xylem and phloem tissues. The loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plants is called dash. So the loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is called transpiration. Transpiration occurs through stomata, epidermis, or guards. So transpiration always occurs through stomata in the leaves. Stomata present in leaves. Stomata is the small opening in dash. Epidermis, leaf epidermis, or endodermis. So stomata is the small opening in leaf epidermis. The right option is B. Some transpiration also occur through dash. Cuticles, lenticels, or both. So some transpiration also occur through cuticles and lenticels. The right option is both. From xylem cell water moves to cell walls of dash. From xylem cell water moves to cell walls of mesophyll cell. When there is sufficient water, stomata remain dash, allowing transpiration. Our options are open, closed, or unchained. So when there is sufficient water, stomata remains open and allow transpiration. The right option is A. Each stomata is lined by two bean-shaped cells called dash, guard cell or chloroplast. So the right option is guard cell. Each stomata is lined by two bean-shaped cells called guard cell. Stomata often enclosed with the dash, diffusion, osmosis, or turgor pressure. So stomata often enclosed with the turgor pressure. The right option is C. During daytime, dash do photosynthesis and prepare glucose. So during daytime, guard cell do photosynthesis and prepare glucose. The solute concentration remain dash in guard cell. Low, high. So the solute concentrations remain high in guard cell. The right option is B. At evening, the dash concentration in guard cell falls. Glucose or water. So at evening, the glucose concentration in guard cell falls. The right option is A. Glucose. Dash directly control the opening and closing of stomata. Light directly control the opening and closing of stomata. In strong light, stomata are dash. Open, close, or unchanged. So in strong light, the stomata are remain open. In low light or darkness, stomata close and transpiration dash. So in low light or darkness, stomata close and transpiration stops. The right option is C. Where in strong light there is a high rate of transpiration. With the rise in temperature, transpiration dash. Our options are increase, decrease, or stops. So with the rise in temperature, transpiration increase. The right option is A. Temperature directly affect transpiration. Presence of water vapors in air is called dash. Evaporation and humidity. So presence of water vapors in the air is called humidity. The right option is B. And higher humidity in atmosphere, transpiration becomes dash. And higher humidity in atmosphere, transpiration becomes increase, decrease, or low. So the right option is C, low. And higher humidity in atmosphere, transpiration becomes low. If the soil moisture, then transpiration become increase, decrease, or stop. So if the soil is moisture, then transpiration become increase because roots absorb more water and more water is converted into water vapor. So transpiration is increase in soil moisture. Air in motion is called dash. Air in motion is called wind. Wind can dash the rate of transpiration, increase, decrease, or stop. So wind can increase the rate of transpiration. The right option is A. Transpiration of water from leaves create a pulling force called dash. So transpiration of water from leaves creates a pulling force called transpirational pull. These forces are called transpirational pull. The translocation of food in plants was explained by dash. So the translocation of food in plant was explained by Ernest Munch in 1930. He explained the translocation of food in plants. He present dash theory. So he present pressure flow theory. According to this theory, food flow from dash to dash. So according to pressure flow theory, food flow from source to a sink. The source include dash tissues. The source include photosynthesis and storage tissue. Photosynthetic and storage tissue are called source tissues. Sink include sites of dash and dash. So sinks include sites of utilization and storage tissue. Dash cell provide ATP for blood food transport. So companion cell provide ATP for food transport. The right option is companion cell. The liquid in the phloem consists of dash dry matter. So the liquid in the phloem consists of 10 to 25% of dry matter. This dry matter this dry matter contain 90% dash and 1% nitrogenous compound. So this dry matter contain 90% sucrose and 1% nitrogenous compound. So the right option is sucrose, 90% sucrose. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.